Some people join gangs because it's just a hip thing to do. Some people join gangs because their family's in it. Some people do it because they really hate something. Some people do it because they really feel something. There's a lot of reasons, but I think a good number of them, especially the ones that I felt were the hardcore ones, they put everything behind the gang. They turned everything over. There was nothing left but for the gang. They were the ones who tattooed themselves. They were the ones that you could spot them a mile away. Something was telling the world about who they were. Their traumas were being put on the body. They're being put in the way they walked. They wanted the world to know who they were. It wasn't a gang stuff where you played underground, you know what I mean? Like you were a good kid during the day and then at night you were stealing. It was like, you know exactly what I'm about. And you'll know it from the time I get up to the time I go to bed. This is my life. This is what I have to do. And you can't stop it, nobody can stop it.
I was barely coming out of the closet. I didn't realize that there were prostitutes. Me, the stereotypical prostitute was, a guy just like a girl, or a girl that just like short vinyl, all this shiny, But it was this one guy that I knew, that I didn't know he was a prostitute, but I knew him personally. So he was gonna take care of his client while I kept his friend that was driving the van company. And I didn't realize what the whole purpose of getting in the van was. I started talking to this man that was driving, and so happens he was close to where I come from in Mexico. So I thought we had things in common. All of a sudden we stopped in this dark street in Hollywood, and I really didn't know why we were stopping. I thought we were gonna smoke out or get high or something. And I turned around and I saw the guy, he was giving the other guy heads. I've never seen two males getting it on in my face. I felt uncomfortable, like I got scared, and I go, you know what, I'm leaving. I was gonna walk outside. Then the guy hit me in the face, and I didn't understand why he hit me. They just pulled me in the back, and a lot of things happened at that point, where I think it's identified or known as a rape. So when that happened, I just said, I ain't got no business out the closet.
I found out for myself that I enjoyed being with the guy than I did a girl more. It was more intense. It was more of a turn on. I guess I got turned on more. I was turned on than being with the chick. Being with the girl, fucking a girl. The attraction was there, but being with the guy, it changed it for me. Cause I guess I got turned on more. I guess I was more comfortable. I enjoyed it more.
I didn't have any guidance about sexuality, even as a heterosexual man. So can you imagine, as a gay man, it's even worse. I mean, you can imagine if a heterosexual man like me could not get any proper sexual understanding or clarity or relationships, how could it be for a gay man in a world in which that was considered the worst thing you could be?
I told two of my brothers, and two separate times, I called them up and let them know that I was gay, that I was having sex with men, and they told me that they're all, well, you're our little brother and we'll always love you, just be careful in what you do.
And I think, and I'm not sure, but I think for Mexican gay men and African-American gay men, they must even go to another level of stuff, because some of them can't even relate to the white gay guys. And they're afraid to go in those communities that are like the gay communities that are mostly white. They're afraid to even go there. So they're even like in a situation where they can't be gay in their community, but they can't interact with a gay community. So they're completely hidden away.
I guess even though being gay, being in a gang, it's so much more harder, so much more of a head trip, because you just gotta suppress all these feelings. You gotta put on a front, and I don't know, if it can break you down, That's where I was going. It was starting to break me down.